Hi everyone and welcome back to Mario Maker challenging levels. I said that I would play a Panga level. I had a change of heart because I was going through the list of all the levels I played recently and this one really impressed me. Just because of its like aesthetic and design and how it works. I don't read Japanese, but it basically, I would assume, it basically tells you, can you solve the puzzle or can you go through these 36 rooms? Something like that. Also, it involves spikes, but this is used well compared to the previous level where it was all about spikes. So, room 1, 2, and 3. Fairly easy. Oh yeah, also I've already beaten this level, but it's quite a challenge. I don't expect it to beat on my first try. Doors 4 to 6. 7. 8. 9. It starts very easy, but I promise, by room 36, you're gonna be very nervous. Also, underwater. Underwater levels are not used very often, I feel. It's too bad, too. They're completely different from every other mode. Like normally, it's just you jump through everything, but in the swimming controls are completely different from just jumping. Also, someone said that if you hold down, you'll ascend less quickly while underwater. That is true in Super Mario World. In Mario Maker, I don't think that's the case at all. It only works in like how the original Mario Brothers did it. It's kind of lame too. So if you're holding up or down, it does not in fact influence at all how fast Mario is gonna ascend. Speaking of which, this is where it starts getting very close. And it's where it starts really testing how well you swim underwater. You guys will see later on how ridiculous it gets. Also, neat way of doing a midpoint. It guarantees that you will never be big. Yeah, I mean, it's the underwater segment that really impressed me. This right here, it's still quite basic. However, this is a pretty tricky jump. Ah! Good thing there's that midpoint. So you need quite a boost of speed to be able to make through this jump. Because when you have acceleration, Mario jumps a bit higher. Well, if you don't, he doesn't jump quite as high. Here, though, we're gonna have to do a long jump. Ugh, and don't forget, even though I got a midpoint, which is very much appreciated, it's like you have to do quite a few tricky jumps to get all the way back over here, for instance. Ooh, that was close. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. You guys see this? You guys see this? Oh my goodness, I need to take my time. I'm being a bit too overconfident right here. And this is ridiculous. Pro tip, don't try to land in the center. But I messed up anyway. I'm back here. Oh, seriously? I beat this level before, but as I said, I'm not exactly in the mood to beat it again. It doesn't help that it's been a long work day for me, so I might be a bit out of it. Yeah, it's impossible to make this jump if you do not get the acceleration necessary to get a bit more altitude than normal. I should not be messing up at this part. Thankfully, there's a second midpoint once we get past all these jumps. Imagine if I had to start at the very beginning every time I died. I would not be playing this level right now if that was how it would be. But, you know, once you realize that the creator had to do the entire thing without ever dying, you realize it must have taken him quite a bit of time to upload this level. Because every time he would die at, say, this part right over here, it would be back to room number 1. while we, who get to enjoy the midpoint, only have to start back from room number 17, I think? 18? Something like that. Actually, no, I think it's 19. Whatever the case, the midpoint is very much appreciated. Okay, now this part again. I'm pretty sure you're much better off just jumping directly to the green pipe. Yeah, see? Much better off. And another midpoint. Very, very good. We're also at puzzle room number... challenge room number 28, I think? Or 29? 28. So there's only 8 rooms left. And it's all gonna be underwater. Wait, no, 9 rooms left, right? Yeah, I think it's 9 rooms. But yeah, you guys think that underwater Mario is always fairly easy because you can essentially go everywhere? Not when there's these jellyfish involved. This is just the tutorial level. That's the first level over here. Like seriously, this is freaking crazy. You have to really take your time. Which some people don't like, but personally, I can learn to appreciate it. Because it's on your own terms, you know? That's the difference between something that's forcing you to take your time, and something that you want to take your time on. Here's another part that's really good. I really want to take my time. So I do it like this. Can go through here. And then... I don't think I'll do it like this. Yeah, like this. Ooh, careful when you're walking underwater. Mario, at least Mario 3 Mario, accelerates quite a bit, surprisingly enough. And here, this is a true test of how good you are at swimming in Mario Maker. I'm just gonna try to steady myself a bit. See? Not impossible. Still, though, if I screw up now, it's all the way back to that midpoint, which is not all that far, but I really want to take my time at every section, so it's quite a bit to restart. Despite that. Oh, I messed up. Well, time to swim back through all of this. Really? Huh. I didn't think I was actually vulnerable. Or, I didn't think I was actually gonna hit it, but I guess I was 1 pixel too far to the left. I suppose I'll mention something. Some people have been asking me, like, what do I say when I swear in French? First of all, I'm French-Canadian, so I swear in a very unique way, because French-Canadian culture has basically a very religious way of swearing. So basically, even though I can technically translate my swear words that are in French, it wouldn't really have the same, like, meaning when it's said in English. You know? Like, I would have to translate it to something completely different for it to really carry over its meaning to other people. And even then, there would be something lost. So, like, something like Christ Tabernacle, which is Christ of Tabernacle or something like that. It it really doesn't mean that when I say it in French. It's closer to something like f***ing hell. You know? Except when I say it like that, it's like it loses its religious meaning. Sort of, kinda. I keep forgetting sometimes that hell is related to religion. Shows how ingrained it is in our culture. Okay, back here. Let's see if I can make it through this time. Technically speaking, I can really just take my time through the entire thing. Like this. See? Not too difficult when you take your time. Still boggles my mind that the creator made it through the entire thing without ever dying. Well, it's not that impossible, but it must be very frustrating, you know? Imagine going all the way to the end and screwing up. But these underwater segments, as long as you're willing to take your time, you can make it through. Anyone can. Anyone. It's the final room, and you really want to take your time. I mean, like, if you screw up, it's all the way back to room 28, so... Which doesn't seem to be that far, but do not kid yourself. It really, really is. Careful when you walk. Seriously, look at that final segment. That's something else. That part back there was the ultimate test. To see if you've learned everything about the previous parts. That being said... Yeah, there was still that last part right there. Imagine screwing up at that point. Ugh, yeah, great level. Great challenge level. If you're gonna do a level where you spam spikes everywhere, this is the way to do it. Took me 10 minutes and 41 seconds to... Well, according to the timer, it took me 10 minutes and 41 seconds to beat this, but... Ugh. It still didn't feel all that annoying because it's very fair. And it has midpoints. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Sorry for those of you who were hoping I would play a Panga level. We're going to leave that for later. I really wanted to showcase this level because it's not as appreciated as actual Panga levels. You know? Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this video and I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.